Hello students, welcome to ePathshala. I am PG Patnagauri, working as an Assistant Professor, Faculty of Engineering, Avinash Lingam University, Coimbatore. Today we are going to discuss about government institution supporting housing in India. Structures or building in that individual and family may live in meet certain federal regulation is called as housing. Different housing structures available for individuals and family. Housing is one of the basic needs of life, always remains in the top priority of any person, society and economy. Every individual needs has own space and privacy, which can be provided by the ownership of a house. Housing is a basic needs of human beings, assumes many side significance in terms of degree of economic well-being and human development, as well as socio-cultural progression and political stability. Indian government implemented various steps for the mission affordable housing for all. Objective: to know various government institution supporting scheme for housing in India. Housing scenario in India. The development of satisfactory housing has always been the priority of both the state and central government. A rapid rise in population results in higher demand of houses for residential purposes. This, coupled with the growth in household formation and increased urbanization in search of employment opportunity, has resulted in severe pressure on urban infrastructure in nowadays. As a result, overcrowding and unhealthy living environment, shortages of basic amenities, and finally social and economic deprivation. Housing. The magnitude of the problem. Increasing in population growth coupled with rapidly increasing urbanization and widespread poverty have created a serious shelter problem in India. The metropolitan cities slums are increased. It leads to the high demand for urban infrastructure and services. In terms of investment requirements to meet housing shortage, the 33 million units target of the 9th 5-year plan was estimated to require over rupees 1,50,000 crore. To practically achieve this, fund needed from formal resources such as banks, financial institutions, government directed insurance companies, central, state and local governments. According to the Indian National Survey, NSS 44th round survey, more than 80% of housing finance comes from private savings, non-formal sources of credit and sale of assets. Therefore, increasing funding through both the formal sector and informal sector is an essential and integral means to meet the housing needs of low-income household in India. The role of government in housing. With the view to freeing millions of Indians from the homeless of human indignity, the National Housing and Habitat Policy, the year 1998, was formulated with the promise to serve the underprivileged through institutional assistance. One of the major obstacles for public initiative for housing is the exponential increase population explosion. The NHHP 1998 has therefore addressing the need for conserving the resources as well as the most effective utilization of available resources in turn with global concerns in this regard. The government adopts the techniques as a role of the facilitator instead of a provider. The working group on housing for the 10th plan has found that around 90% of housing shortage pertains to the weaker section. The central government and state governments are implementing a very large number of housing and habitat development schemes to solve the housing problems related to urban and rural areas. These schemes mostly targeted for economically weaker sections EWS and low income groups LIG in the country. Valmiki Ambedkar Mam Basil Awas Yojana BAMBAY. This scheme was launched in India on October 2001 to provide shelter and upgrade the existing shelter for the urban slum peoples who are all living below poverty line. It involves a Government of India subsidy of 50% of total amount, while the balance 50% is expected to be arranged by the state governments with funds from any source in the form of subsidy or loan from other agency. The VAMBAY also aims at providing health and enabling urban environment facilities through community toilets under Nirmal Bharat Abhiyan. Reputed NGOs can also associated with this scheme, especially in the regard to the Nirmal Bharat Abhiyan. Indira Awas Yojana IAY. The Government of India is implementing the Indira Awas Yojana from the year 1985 to 86. The objective of providing assistance primarily to the below poverty line rural household belonging primarily to the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and freed labor categories. From the year 1993 to 94, it is expanded to cover non-scheduled caste and non-scheduled tribes, rural poor subject to condition that non-SC/SC household. Benefit of the scheme have also been extended to the families of the ex-servicemen. 3% of houses are reserved for the below poverty line physically and mentally challenged person living in rural areas. The government has recently launched Bharat Nirman and ambitious programs for rural infrastructure in recent years. Under Bharat Nirman, action is proposed in the areas of irrigation, rural roads, rural housing and rural water supply, rural electrification and telecommunication connectivity. Rajiv Rendri Yojana. It is an instrument to address the housing needs of the segment in urban areas through enhanced credit flow. It is also formulated to channelize institutional credit to the poor segments of the society and increasing home ownership in the country along with addressing housing. RRY has been formulated by modifying the interest subsidy scheme for housing the urban poor in the 11th plan period with enhanced volume of coverage. RRY is the central sector scheme applicable in all the urban areas of the country. Interest subsidy would be limited to the first 5 lakh of loan in case the loan exceed this amount. Rajiv Rain Yojana have the target for the 12th plan period is 1 million or 10 lakh places of residence across the country for slum and non-slum dwellers. For the implementation of this scheme, Housing and Urban Development Corporation HUDCO and National Housing Bank NHB are allotted as central nodal agencies. Interest subsidy scheme for housing urban poor. Affordable housing for all is a Government of India's important policy. An important initiative has been launched for provision of housing for the economically weaker sections EWS and low income groups through the Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission JNNURM. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Poverty Alleviation MHUPA, Government of India has designed an interest subsidy scheme as an additional scheme for addressing the housing need of the segments in urban areas. Interest subsidy of 5% on interest charged on the admissible loan amount to EWS and LIG schemes to enable them to buy or construct a new house or for carrying out addition to the existing building. Affordable housing. Address to the housing shortage through public-private partnership (PPP), providing necessary help to the activities of the housing boards and development authorities, and encourage state governments, union territories to provide incentives to facilitate accelerated creation of affordable housing stock. Scheme of House Building Advance for central government employees. The scheme of House Building Advance for central government employees is a vision of providing assistance to the government employees to construct, acquire house flats of their own. This scheme was introduced in 1956. Ministry of Urban Development as the nodal ministry for this scheme. House Building Advance is admissible to all the temporary staffs also who have rendered 10 years of continuous service. The ministries of department are delegated powers to sanction house building advance to their employees in accordance to the House Building Advance rules. Houses for All by 2022. Mission. National Mission for Urban Housing. Housing for All by 2022. Aimed for urban areas with following components option to states, union territories and cities. Slum rehabilitation of slum dwellers with participation of private developers using land as a resource. Promotion of affordable housing for weaker section through credit linked subsidy. Affordable housing in partnership with public-private sectors. Subsidy for beneficiary lead individual house construction or enhancement. Central grant of rupees 1 lakh per house on an average will be available under the slum rehabilitation program. Houses constructed under the mission would be allotted in the name of the female head of the household or in the joint name of the male head of the household and his wife. The scheme will cover the entire urban area consisting of 41 towns with initial focus on 500 class 1 cities, and it will be implemented in 3 phases. The mission have a best practices in terms of affordable housing policies of states, and technologies are adopted by the states, cities with an objective to spread best practices across states and cities. The mission created a virtual platform to obtain suggestions and inputs on house design, materials, technologies and other elements of urban housing. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Urban for Middle Income Group. This scheme has been named as Credit Linked Subsidy Scheme for Middle Income Groups (CLSS) under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Middle income group with annual income of above rupees 6 lakhs and up to rupees 18 lakhs per year are all eligible for interest subsidy on buying their first home. Prime Minister of India had announced interest subsidy of 4% on housing loans of up to 9 lakh for those with an income of rupees 12 lakh per year and of 3% subsidy on the housing loan of tip to rupees 12 lakh for those earning and rupees 18 lakh per year. This home loan provided with interest subsidy scheme. As part of the government Housing for All initiative, the scheme will be implemented initially for a period of 1 year. Additional loan beyond the specific limit, if any, will not be subsidized rate. Highlights. Home loan sanctions or applications are under consideration since January 1, 2017 are eligible interest subsidy under the credit linked subsidy scheme for middle income groups. The beneficiary earlier should not have owned a house in his or her name. The total interest subsidy acquiring on those loan amounts will be paid to be beneficiaries upfront on one go, thus reducing the burden of equated monthly installment (EMI). Besides of commercial banks, housing finance company, regional rural bank, state and urban cooperative banks, other financial institutions like small finance bank and non-banking finance company, microfinance institutions can also lend under this scheme. National Housing Bank (NHB) and Housing and Urban Development Corporations will reimburse interest subsidy to the lenders. No extra processing fee will be charged by the lenders from borrowers. Interest subsidy will be provided on loans for construction, acquisition of building with particular specifications. This scheme will help bring down overall interest costs for home loan borrowers. The brokerage added. Housing Finance System India. The housing finance sector in India has beginning the year 1960. The government, through its various schemes for public and low-cost housing, was the sole proprietor of housing finance. Indian government implemented many of its schemes through state housing boards. State government allotted and housing to individuals based on social welfare, not commercial consideration. In the year 1970s, two modifications done in the Indian housing finance sector. There are establishment of public sector housing company and urban development corporation. Then government formed National Housing Bank in the year 1988 as an apex bank for housing finance. NHB responsibilities including establishing guidance for housing finance institution to ensure sound financial management, new loans given and mobilizing formal sector resources into housing finance. Government requested for companies, commercial banks, provident funds and other agencies to invest a part of their incremental resources in housing. Many new HFC were subsequently established during the year 1980s to enter into the mortgage lending market. Government's role as a facilitator of housing activity rather than one of the provider. This position was clearly given in the National Housing and Habitat Policy of 1998. As a result, government contributions to housing finance have fallen to less than 9% compared with 23% for decades ago. The liberalization of the financial sector has also accounted for an increase in new loans lending by formal finance institutions not traditionally in the housing sector, most notably commercial banks and non-bank financial institutions. The setting up of NHB as a fully owned subsidiary of the Reserve Bank of India as an apex institution paved the way for the implementation of housing finance system in India. The implementation of housing finance system sees the emergence of several specialized financial institutions which have strengthened the organization of the housing finance industry in the country. List of such finance systems are NHB, National Housing Bank, National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development, commercial banks, scheduled urban cooperative banks, district cooperative banks, scheduled state cooperative banks, agriculture and primary land rural development, Housing and Urban Development Corporation HUDCO, Nivas Individual Housing Loan Scheme. It provides financial assistance to individuals to enable them to acquire a home of their own through its HUDCO Nivas Individual Housing Loan Scheme. It provides home loan for construction of house, purchase of house or flat in the apartment, purchase of a flat from public agencies, cooperative housing, societies of government employees or reputed developers, extend or modify the existing house or flat, refining the existing housing, loans from other financing institutions and banks. The loan will be distributed in one-time payment or in suitable installment, taking into account the requirements of funds and progress of construction. Repayment of the loan amount from the month following the month in which the last installment of the loan is distributed by HUDCO Nivas. Until the loan is fully disbursed, pre-EMI interest is payable only on the portion of the loan availed on the last day of every month. Other attractive features and benefit of this scheme: most competitive rate of interest, no processing fee, there is nil charge on account of prepayment of loan, interest subsidy at the rate of 6.50 is available under credit linked subsidiary scheme to eligible beneficiaries as per Government of India's instructions. There is facilities of resettling of existing loan from fixed to floating and vice versa on normal charges. Waiver for last two installments, free personal accident insurance cover to the borrowers, full transparency, no hidden charge. Coming to the conclusion, nations have a prime responsibility for delivering programs and services to their people. Besides the basic requirement of food and clothing, availability of decent and safe shelter is also an important component of quality living. The progress of any nation can be appreciated by the quality of life attained by its people. To attain quality in life, basic requirements is proper shelter. The above Indian government support programs in housing sector contribute to that basic need. Governments and other institutions also providing help and support for poor people to construct their own shelter. Thank you.